Hello, this is Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger with another California report. Now, this was a groundbreaking week in California, and I'll tell you why. Because millions of people went to the polls and let their voices be heard. I want to talk a little bit about a few of those key issues Californians voted on. First, and I was very pleased that the voters approved my nominee for the Supreme Court, Tanya Cantil-Sakaye. She is the first Filipino Chief Justice in the history of our state, and I know that she will be fair and an independent arbiter of the law for many, many years to come. Then, I want to talk a little bit about the reforms. As you know, that I have been into reforms and fixing the broken system here in California for many, many years. As a matter of fact, it goes back to 2003 when I was first elected. So here the people on last Tuesday rejected Proposition 27. And this was very important, and I'll tell you why. Because the politicians and the political parties, they spend millions of dollars on this to try to undo historic redistricting reform that we passed in 2008. We worked very hard on that to pass it in 2008. Those reforms take the power to draw legislative district lines away from the politicians and away from the political parties and give it back to the people. That's what those reforms were all about, and they were trying to undo it. Of course, undoing it, would be the worst thing we can do, because we need the reforms, because this will lead to more competitive races and to fewer hyper-partisan legislators, and thus reducing gridlock and increasing cooperation and compromise. And that's the only way we get things done in Sacramento, when our politicians come out of their ideological corners and come together and work together and get things done. Now, not only did the voters reject rolling back this reform, but they approved Proposition 20, which expands actually on redistricting to congressional districts. And you know something? Now, we're taking the reform movement that we started in Sacramento and in California here, all the way to Capitol Hill, all the way to Washington. Because that's the kind of reforms that we need nationwide. Because it doesn't matter if the people vote the Republicans out 2 years ago and put the Democrats in, and then 2 years later they vote the Democrats out and put the Republicans in. They can go back and forth like this. But if the parties are not willing to work together, we never can get anything done in Washington. And this is why we have to do this nationally. Now here's another one. The people rejected overwhelmingly Proposition 23. This was an effort bankrolled by greedy Texan oil companies to undo our environmental laws. That's right, all of the things that we have done over the last few years to improve our environment, to reduce our greenhouse gases, to set goals of rolling back our greenhouse gas emissions to the 1990 level, all of those kind of things they wanted to undo. The oil companies flexed their muscles, and they spent tens of millions of dollars here in California. But let me tell you something. We didn't take that. Oh no, we formed our own tremendous bipartisan coalition of environmentalists, venture capitalists, health groups, business leaders, organized labor, and we flexed right back. Oh yeah, we flexed right back. The people joined us, and they said no to Proposition 23. So that was a great, great victory for the environment here in California. Now, why are our environmental laws so important? I'll tell you why. First of all, to improve the public health and to reduce the number of Californians who suffer from asthma, lung cancer, and to cut down the 19,000 people who die every year from smoke-related illnesses. 19,000 people. Wow. We can do much better than that. And also to ensure our economy remains a powerful engine of green innovation and job growth. I say it always, it's jobs, jobs, jobs. And clean energy, in fact, is one of the few industries creating jobs right now. And let's not forget to strengthen our national security. That's right, to help this nation once and for all to free itself from the tyranny of foreign oil. And to reduce greenhouse gases and fight climate change, another very important issue. So I'm very proud of the success that we had on Election Day. And of course, not only did California beat Texas at the polls this week, but we also beat them in baseball. And let me just say congratulations also to the beard. Now every baseball team in the world knows why to fear the beard. Wasn't that fantastic, huh? So what a terrific week for California. I just love it. So thank you for watching and thank you for listening.